Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's me, Jennifer Cotton, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2020. Already December 10th. It's crazy. As you come on, say hi to me so I can enter you to win the cards I'm going to make today, or the projects today. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means that I teach people how to make cards, gift packaging, scrapbook pages, home decor items, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and other stamping tools. So, I would love to meet some new people as well as all of my regulars. So please feel free to share this video. And you can do that by clicking the button that says share. And then it'll prompt you to post it on your personal page and other groups you're in or wherever you want. And then that helps me, so I will enter you into a drawing to win the projects I'm going to make today. And also, if you say hi to me, you will get to do that as well. I'm going to see, because I'm not seeing any comments, so I'm going to make a comment and see if that helps. Because it shows that people are watching, but no one said hi yet. Maybe you just haven't said hi yet. But as you come on, say hi, ask questions, you know, whatever. And today I'm going to be making 3 projects with one of my favorites from the, where did I put it? Holiday catalog, called Peace and Joy. Yay! Love it. So I still don't see any comments. Hopefully someone's commenting. But I have my iPad pulled up here and my phone, and I don't see any comments. I know another demonstrator who I saw part of her video the other day, and she said, I can't see comments. So that may be an issue, I'm going to sneeze, with Facebook right now. So if I'm not saying hello to anyone, that is why. I don't see anything. So I'm sure I can go back and see them later if you did post a question or anything. And again, to be entered, you want to still say hi, say you shared, and all that stuff so you can enter to win the projects. Anyway, I'm using the Retiring Peace and Joy bundle. So sad. The dies are on clearance for $22.40. So if you buy both individually, you're gonna save money. It'll cost less than the bundle pricing. And anyway, that's what I'm making my projects with today. And then I'm also using my favorite retiring dies. These are the ones I'm so sad about. They're called Celebration Labels, and they are retiring, and they're half price, only $17.50. And anything retiring is while supplies last. Which I'm going to talk to you guys about the retiring stuff today. This is from our holiday catalog. So if you're new to Stampin' Up, we have a holiday catalog. It's called the August to December mini catalog 2020. And we're almost out of the holidays. So this catalog is going away. We're getting a new one in January. Yay. But lots of stuff, it will no longer be available. So, there's a list of what won't be available and what is discounted, but it's all while supplies last. And I verified that with Stampin' Up this morning. Unfortunately, yes, stamps too are while supplies last. So we could run out of stamp sets even though we make them ourselves. And so I'll talk about that, like what's low and what's sold out in a minute. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you see something you would like today, you can order it from me. In general, everything I show you is available from Stampin' Up. And of course on my online store, which I'll put links to in this video description when I'm done. If you're just coming on, I cannot see any comments, 0. So I don't know if you're saying hi. I don't even see who's watching. It just says 15 people, 16 people are here right now. So I apologize. I'm not ignoring you guys. I don't know who's here, but still comment to be entered, and hopefully I'll see it. I can see, let me grab my computer and just see if it's showing on there. Here's my computer, but I doubt it is, because I mentioned before that I had I was watching someone else's Facebook Live this week, and she was commenting. I can't see comments. And I figured it was just her device, but apparently not. So let me get into my page here and just triple check. If I can see them on the computer, that would be awesome. Oh, I can see them on my computer. Okay, it's going to be more difficult for me to look at my computer because it's giant and my iPad's small and it's right up there. But let me try to catch up real quick. Very interesting. Cindy Owen, good morning. Carol in Connecticut. Pat and Barbara, thanks for sharing, Cindy. Hey, Robin. There's me again. Hey, Landa and Joni, good morning. Sherry, thanks for sharing. Hey, Linda in Mansfield, good morning. Susan, thanks for sharing and good morning. Hey, Laura. Awesome. Okay, so I can see your comments here, but like I don't even have anywhere to set this. Literally, this table is full. So I'm gonna have to put it, I don't know, I think behind me. So I'll just have to turn around and check. But anyway, good morning, everybody. Okay, if you see something you like, you can shop from me. And I have an ordering special every single month. So when someone places a $25 or more online order with me in, using a host code, which is a code that you type in when you see the little shopping bag. Right below that, you'll see add a coupon code, and below that, you see a plus sign, add a host code. You click the plus sign, and you type in or copy and paste this code, and it links you to my online ordering special. And what you get for that, if it's 25 or more, is a free class packet to make 4 cards this month with the Nothing's Better Than stamp set or bundle. So you will use your own stamps at home to complete the projects, but you'll make 4. Let me show you the ones from last month. They use the gift wrapped bundle, which is retiring. The punch is on discount right now. You can only get that while supplies last. But these are the 4 cards from the class packet I sent them, which most people have received it by now. It gets mailed out the beginning of the following month. And then the PDF tutorial gets emailed, and that was emailed yesterday. So place an online order with me, 25 or more, you're going to get a free class packet to make 4 cards. If your online order with the host code is $50 or more, you also get a free full accessory. So they got a roll of this beautiful red satin ribbon if they ordered 50 or more. And then if your order is 150 or more, you still get both gifts from me, but do not use the host code, and Stampin' Up will give you host benefits, which means you'll get at minimum $15 in free merchandise. So that's my special. Every month I do one, and every month I announce what stamp set or bundle I'll be using. I just wanted to show this card off real quick. This is whatever, going off script here. This is a card I got from my friend Carrie. She's also a team member. And it was she wanted to buy some of our new mini catalogs. She forgot to order them. And of course, I always order extra for my team in case they forget. And so it was a little thank you card for that. And she put a sticky note in there so I can reuse the card. But isn't that cute? That's like a Christmas tree punch or die. I can't remember. I think it's the punch. I'm not even sure what she used for the bottom of the gnome. But this is all like punches and die cuts to make a gnome. Super cute, and I love the colors as well. So thank you, Carrie. Okay, so classes. I have 4 classes to choose from every single month, and then I offer extra stuff as well. But the 4 classes that you can choose from are card, scrapbook, stamp a stack, and sampler every single month. This month, they're on December 19th. Anyone in the United States can take them because they are offered to go. They each only use 1 stamp set. You can add on shipping if you like, and if you take 1, 2, 3, or 4, you just pay shipping once. The fee includes a written tutorial so that you can stamp and assemble at home. It has measurements and everything if you want to recreate later. When you register, you can add on the stamp sets or bundles if you choose. You get the PDF tutorial. I think I said that already. I have that on my notes twice. And then you can purchase tutorials only for $30 for all 4, but my team gets those free, so if you're on my team, don't do that. And shipping. Yeah, I have a couple of things on here twice. I need to edit that. Okay, so what are the 4 classes? First of all, they are December 19th. If you order it to go, they're mailed by December 21st. Card and scrapbook are $15 each or free with a $20 order. Card is 4 cards. I'm going to show you the 4 from last month. And scrapbook is 3 12x12 pages. This is last month. This month, we're using the ridiculously awesome stamp set to make our 4 cards. So if you have that stamp set, you can order this class. There's a link, by the way, which if you're on my email list, you have the link. It'll be sent out again, or you can always contact me to get the link to register for any of these classes. 4 cards, $15, free with a $20 order. That's the stamp set we're using. And these are the 4 from last month. They used my favorite retiring dies. Look at that. You can make this card with those Celebration Labels dies, which are half price right now. And they were all holiday, almost all Christmas. That one's a gift card holder, and then one for, because it was near Thanksgiving last month. Okay, so that was card class. You can sign up for this month's card class still through December 19th is your deadline, I believe. Did I say that already? 17th. The 17th is your deadline. In scrapbook, we make 3 12x12 pages, 2 that match, 1 that doesn't, and you make the other page either the previous month or the next month. So this month we made, or in November, we made from these dies that I'm showing you today, this bundle, I should say, these 2 pages, which I love. I think I may have 1 extra kit of this, by the way, if anyone wants to buy it. It's $15 free with a $20 purchase. So we made those 2. I love them so much personally. I thought they were awesome, and they're very Disney as well. And then we made this page, which was page 2 from October, when we made page 1 in October. Okay, so this month we're actually making Christmas for 2 pages, and 1 page will be Happy New Year. Now the New Year one is gonna not use stamps, because for the 2 Christmas I'm using the Poinsettia Petals bundle, which, if y'all, I'm sure you know, is amazing. It's not retiring, but I believe bundle pricing is retiring, so get it now while you can get that discount. And so we'll do 2 Christmas pages with this one, and then a single New Year's page just using dies and designer paper and stuff. And I do that so that when you purchase it to go, you only have to own 1 set of stamps to complete your projects. And for all 4 of these, we die cut, punch, emboss, etc., whatever we can for you. So there's that one. And oh, the sampler from last month is this one. So it's too late to get that, but I loved it. And excuse my lights, they're showing in the reflection. But it doesn't come with the frame. Oh, that was we're talking about scrapbook still. Why did I go to sampler? I wish I could see y'all's comments as I'm talking, because you're probably like, hello. Let's see. If you just joined, I cannot see any comments unless I look at my computer, which I don't have a space for here because I didn't know this would be an issue. But you can still comment, and you should, because that will enter you in the drawing to win the projects I'm going to make today. And you should share the video, because that will also enter you again, and that will give you, that will help me, and I will appreciate it. So I jumped ahead to sampler. Why? I don't know where my brain was going. Oh, because of Poinsettia Petals, I think. But anyway, we're using Poinsettia Petals. I'm like so off what I was just saying. I'm trying to think if I need to tell you anything else about scrapbook before I move on to the next one. I lost my whole train of thought. Okay, the next two classes. I think I was just jumping ahead in my mind. The next two classes are Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. Sampler is $28 and it includes over $20 in merchandise. Stamp-A-Stack is $30 and it includes over $20 in merchandise. So let me start with Sampler. For this one, you make a 12 by 12 sampler. It's a home decor piece. The frame is not included in the price. They're like 10 bucks at Walmart, or you can get them even cheaper at Michael's. And this is the one we made last month. Just like everything else, everything's cut, punched, die cut, embossed that we possibly can. And then you can stamp and assemble at home with your own stamps. So this month's Sampler is using the Snowflake Wishes bundle. So we are making a winter, it's not Christmas, it's winter sampler with that bundle. Also not retiring, but the bundle pricing will be going away, so get that while you can at bundle price. So it's $28. We cut, emboss, etc. Like I said, we package it up in order by square, first square at the front, last square at the back. It's, you know, a really well done class, PDF tutorial, all that. The only exception on these two is you do cut your own designer paper because you get that with the fee of the class. So with this one, you're going to get things like the Balmy Blue Glimmer paper, Snowflake Splendor designer paper, Snowflake Splendor ribbon, and adhesive, blue adhesive back gems. Now some of these items are retiring and while supplies last, so I can take registrations up through what I can get ordered. So sign up early. I'm ordering as you register. The deadline is December 14th, but if you register earlier, I'll order your supplies earlier. None of these are on low inventory right now, but you just never know with our product. Okay, so hopefully I said everything about the sampler class. It's awesome. It makes a great, like, you can purchase it and make it and then give that away as a gift as well. It makes a great gift. Also, for Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack, I have clubs you can join. Now, there has been some confusion, but it's literally the exact same thing as taking the class. The only difference is, oh, now it says Cindy's watching with me on my iPad. One person it gave me the name of. Hey, Cindy Dotson. But I cannot see y'all's comments. Anyway, so it's the same exact pricing. The difference is you subscribe through PayPal. You get charged every month until you cancel automatically. Like, it just does it on the same day you signed up the previous month. That's the date the charge goes through. And when you do that subscription club for 6 months, after 6 months, you get $25 in free merchandise from me. So that's a pretty good deal. And you can cancel at any time. You do not have to do the 6 months if you want to cancel. And that's for Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. Okay, so Stamp-A-Stack is $30. Club is $30. Shipping can be added to either one. Deadline to sign up is December 14th. We are going to use the Peaceful Moments. And we're actually using the bundle. But I forgot to pull those dies out. But most of them, if we use the dies in this class, we're going to pre-die cut it for you. So you really want to own the stamp set Peaceful Moments. Woo. This is from the annual catalog. And you can add it on if you don't own it when you register. And let me see. We're going to use the Plaid Tidings designer paper, the Forever Greenery ribbon, and the Gilded Gems in this class. So that's your $20 or more in merchandise you get with your fee. So we make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. I'm going to show you last month's. So you make 4 of each design you see here. Or, well, for last month you did. This is the same theme, by the way, for our sampler this month, except not Christmas themed. So 4 designs, 3 of each. That's 12 cards total. And I have an example of how your packet will look. So everything, like I said, is cut, packaged up by project, ready for you to just stamp and assemble. It's embossed, die cut, etc. But you cut your own designer paper with the measurements in the instructions. You can see there's some ribbon in here and some embellishments. And by the way, this packet is available. It's $30 to make those 12 cards. I had a cancellation, but anyway, any questions on any of those, let me know. remember those deadlines and sign up early if possible. Okay, I was going to talk about my sneak peek event, but I filled all my spots today. That's Saturday, but I'm going to do my best to share those projects later so that you can see a lot of the new stuff coming out, which is very exciting in our new January to June mini catalog. But I am still offering my last minute Christmas class to go. So if you saw last week's Facebook Live, you saw me make these 6 cards. And I'm offering a class where you will make 2 of each of them. So 12 total. We'll cut, die cut, punch, etc. But you will cut your own designer paper. And I pretty much in the video, if you go back and watch it, told you everything you'll do versus what we will do for you. And it's full instructions, but you're still going to get a PDF tutorial. So that class, it's called the last minute coming home class to go because it is last minute. Register by December 14th. I mail your kit by December 18th. It's to go only. So y'all see how it's cutting it close for the holidays. But as someone said on last week's Facebook Live, thank you very much. You can get it, have fun making your projects, and save them for next year. Or they can be delivered with gifts you're giving out this year and so on. So sign up by December 14th. It's 12 cards, 6 designs, 2 of each. Your kit will include the designer paper and a pack of Stampin' Blends. And so you'll cut your own designer paper. You'll need the stamp set and bundle, which I didn't pull, but I showed them on the video last week. But they're retiring, so they're while supplies last. And the dies are on discount, and that is reflected when you register. If you want to add those on, the discount is reflected. And it's $25. Shipping is separate. You can add it or not. But $25, 12 cards, and about $20 in merchandise. So, great deal there. Okay, so you can still take that class, sign up, and the email has been sent out. So if you didn't get it, you're not on my email list, you can join it, of course, but also you can ask me for the link. My paper party share, I also showed every new designer paper that's coming out last week on last week's Facebook Live. And that's what you're going to get in my paper share. All of them. The designer, what are they called? Specialty papers like foils and acetate, and all the new 9 designer papers. So it is a 6x12 sheet of every design, or 6x6 if that's how the paper comes. It's a total of 54 sheets of 6x12 and 24 sheets of 6x6. There's 9 designer and 4 specialty papers. And the price for that is $52 or $60 with shipping. However, you can bump it up to our party that we're going to do with this. And it's a paper share party. It's only a little bit extra, $15 extra for the party. But that's going to include 9 make and takes. 1 make and take for all 9 designer papers. And we may use some of the specialty paper in there as well. We haven't designed them yet. And I say we because there's 3 of us. Jennifer, that's me, Alejandra, and April McCrite, Alejandra Gomez. So the party will include tips on how to use designer paper in your projects, a sampling of all the designer papers, same sampling, a PDF tutorial and video instructions for the projects, a Facebook party on January 30th, which is recorded so you don't have to be there live, bonus project ideas, a door prize drawing entry, the 9 make and takes, and we're using the Happy Thoughts and Pretty Perennials stamps. So you'll want to have those, and you can add them on when you register. And yeah, and just like my other classes, you'll cut your own designer paper for those. So any questions, let me know. The deadline, that's important, is January 17th, and then your kits are sent out by January 25th. Okay, Retreat in a Box is coming. I'm going to grab my computer real quick. I think I can set it here for now, and see if anyone's commented. And I still don't know if I am even seeing all the comments on my computer, but I'm not seeing them on my iPad or my phone. Yeah, I don't think there's any new ones since I looked last, so I have no clue. If somebody would like to say hi, just so I can see if you come up, that'd be cool. Maybe I need to refresh. Let me refresh. You know, computers aren't as refreshing or active as you know, your devices sometimes. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. I hit refresh and it took all the comments away, so that was not a good idea. Anyway, yeah, now there's 39 comments because I refreshed. Aha. I just had to click a bunch of stuff. So I see Veronica and Tommy. It's much more difficult to see on my computer here. I can't scroll. Y'all, it's gonna be an off day with me replying to your comments because of Facebook. But thank you guys for all saying hi and commenting. And if there are any questions, oh, Linda says not showing up on mine either. So as y'all know, Facebook goes through glitches and they eventually get worked out. So this must be a glitch that's going on with Facebook right now. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. Tommy says she shared. Linda says hello again. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Cindy. Shannon, good to see you. Rhonda Knowles here. Veronica, Margaret. Good. I'm glad all of you guys are here. Just know that I'm missing even more people when I say hi this morning because Facebook's being weird. Okay. Yes, Retreat in a Box. So this is where you get $50 in merchandise. You get several make and takes, at least 10. Sometimes last time we did 17. It's at least 10. I'm not guaranteeing 17. But make and takes with PDF tutorial. It's cut, die cut, punched, etc. Gifts from April and I. Handmade gifts and bought gifts. A bag. I don't remember if I said that, but here's one of our old past retreat bags. And then optional add-on classes. So let me see if I said it all. 50 in merchandise, make and takes with tutorial, option add-on classes, no extra shipping if you're getting it to go, pillow gifts, and an exclusive bag. So it's only $90 with shipping or $77 without shipping. And then the add-on classes are separate. We will be using the Fine Art Floral Suite. And the reason I don't have any new products here to show is because I actually have an event this weekend and they've been packed up for that. So I can show them there, but I can show them in future videos. But Fine Art Floral is a gorgeous new floral, obviously, stamp set and dies and designer papers and everything from the new catalog. Anyway, that's the theme, Fine Art Floral Suite. So if you have seen that, you know what I'm talking about. And then the add-on classes, which are optional, are $45 each, and there's two to choose from. They include $35 in product, and I'm doing a Love You Always Valentine class with the Forever and Always bundle. So I'm not using both of the stamp sets, just the one, Forever and Always, and the dies that go with it. And you're going to make treat boxes, 12 by 12 pages, and 8 cards in that class, and it's going to include over 35 in merchandise. And then April's class is an all occasion stamp a stack with the Hydrangea Hill stamp set and bundle, and there will be 5 designs, 4 of each anyway, 4 of each design. So and again, it'll include 35 in merchandise. So any questions on that, let me know. I have sent out an email with the link, and another email will be going out. I have my VIP customer group that you can join to get a lot of these updates. And we have a separate group for our retreats and Retreat in a Box. It's called Simply Spoiled Retreats. But also you can just contact me and say, add me to that group. So you can join that group as well to get updates there. Next Stamping Bingo Online is January 22nd with all the new stuff, which is going to be very exciting. So that's where you get to make projects with new product. I'm using the Forever and Always bundle. It's a Valentine bingo. So we'll make 4 Valentine projects minimum. Your fee includes all the supplies to make your projects, plus a little bit of extra supply, product. And then you have a chance to win some prizes from the new catalog. So January 22nd for bingo. Yeah, on my computer, the new comments don't pop up unless I refresh. And then it refreshes to a different screen, so then I have to go back. It's fun times here in the Facebook world. Anyway, so those are basically my upcoming events. And then, I'm trying to get back to it. Then Stampin' Up Specials. So we still have the curvy celebration stuff that you can get. The wonderful curvy Christmas stamp set that's while supplies last through January 4th, whichever comes first. And you can purchase that only now, and then it's gone forever. And it's on a flyer, and it's on the online stores, but it's not in any of our current catalogs. So there it is right there on the flyer. It's only $21. And then there's the classic Christmas designer paper, which is the same situation. While supplies last, only available during this promotion. And I'm actually going to show it on my projects today, so I'll go over that later. And then you can pre-purchase the bundle, quite curvy, from the new catalog that's coming out in January 5th. But you can buy it now. And again, that's an out of publication type thing. So you can go to my online store and see all that and purchase it there if you like. So that's going on. But really the big special with Stampin' Up right now is, oh, sorry, let me show you a couple samples. That's a really pretty card swap I got from Robin with the curvy celebrations. So she used the dies and the Christmas designer paper. And then this one uses annual catalog merchandise, but with those new dies. Isn't that cute? And I don't have a name on the back of this one, so I don't remember who made it. But super cute. Okay. But anyway, the big sale or special is this catalog, because so many things are discounted at such a great price. And they're while supplies last. So I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm reading my notes. Okay, so December's Paper Pumpkin. Today is the deadline. If you want a super cute little box to come in the mail to you, where did I put it? Right here. And for it to have a teddy bear themed stamp set and, oh, sorry, I really did a number on my papers here. That was noisy. Teddy bear themed stamp set and little die cut out images and cupcakes and all that, and it's called Very Comforting, along with all the supplies to make 12 full-size cards and the instructions and the adhesive and the embellishments. Then you will want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin. So it comes in a box shaped like this. It'll be a different color because this was a special one for November. This is our December kit. You'll get it around the third, well, no, everybody gets it different, but I get mine around the third week in December. There's the stamp set from last time, gingerbread themed. Some of the parts to make, they were gift card holders. The instructions, they also do a quick instructional video. Embellishments, this required a special adhesive, so it's in there. You always get ink. You do not have to provide extra ink to make them. And then there's usually these die cut out pieces that you just punch out and stamp on. It's hard to see, but those are house shaped. And then you always get your envelopes for whatever the project is. So how you can get it, you can subscribe, and I'll put the link to do that in the description of this video. And you can subscribe and get it every month for only $22 plus tax, no shipping. If you subscribe, that's included with the price. And you'll just get it until you cancel or put it on hold. Or you can just go to my store and purchase it as a one-time purchase. I don't know if that paused me. I was like getting a phone call. 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and so on. So any questions on any of this, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to point the camera down now, and so I definitely won't be able to see your comments anymore. Well, there's just nowhere over here for me to set this computer. Hey Stella, I see you commented here. Hey Liz. Oh, maybe the new comments are at the top. That's interesting. Anyway, long story short, if you guys are just joining, I can't see comments on my phone or my iPad, but I can on my computer, but I didn't know about this before this started, so I didn't make any space up here for my computer. So if you do ask a question, I'll have to read those later and let you know. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down because I'm going to show you some stuff in this catalog real quick. And I do want to remind you that anyone can purchase our starter kit, and that will allow you to purchase early, just like me and all the other demonstrators in the company, from upcoming catalogs. So like right now, you can purchase from the January to June mini in the starter kit, so it's $99 plus tax, and then you can pick anything you want for $125. Let me straighten my phone out here. Which currently includes lots of stuff from this catalog, which you can see online when you're getting the kit. Then once you get the kit, you'll be a demonstrator, no obligation, of course, but then you can get a discount on every purchase you make, including these new items. And for demonstrators, celebration has already started, and this is where for every 50, I almost opened it, which we're not allowed to do. For every $50 or $100 spent, you get a free gift, no limit. No limit. Spend as much, get as many free as you want. Get as many of one item or whatever. And so for demonstrators, that's 3 months worth. December, January, February. And for customers, it's 2 months, January and February. So any questions on our starter kit, let me know. It's super easy to get started. And again, there's no obligation. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do a super quick, hopefully, like, go through of what is going away, which is almost this entire catalog. Let me see if both pages are going to show or not. So this is our holiday catalog. It ends January 4th or while supplies last. You can kind of see both pages. So Joy of Sharing kit, that's a card kit that you can put Christmas photos in if you choose. $24.50 while supplies last. This kit is amazing. It's my favorite one, and it's half price, only $15 to make 30 tags. The stamp set is sold separately. It's also retiring, $18, or you could substitute holiday greetings because you just stamp the greeting. Everything else is made for you, but it's gorgeous. 15 bucks while supplies last. The countdown calendar is retiring, also half price, $15. And it's not for 2020 only, and it can be modified to other holidays, like you see Halloween and sort of just generic here, but all the stuff comes with it to do the holiday one. This product medley is discounted to $56, and the refill kit is $20.80. Heartwarming hugs. Almost everything from this suite is retiring. Holiday carryover means, let me move this up, this is coming back next year in our holiday catalog. So after January 4th, you cannot get it if it's a holiday carryover until next year. If it's carryover, like these mini coffee cups, they will be available continuously. As soon as this catalog ends, you can still buy them. But these two stamps and bundles are retiring. Our coffee carriers are half price. Check this out, wrapped in texture, 2 embossing folders for only $4. The ribbons are half price. I believe that's half price. And the glitter star ornaments are half price. I hope y'all are getting the picture that we have a lot of great deals right now. The warm hugs, I just talked about these on the last page. Now the warm wraps dies will continue to be available. That's because the cups are going to be available, but not this stamp set. And then of course the Wrapped in Christmas is retiring. Gift bow builder punch is discounted to $14.40. I love this. This is the one I made, the cute Disney. You can make a Minnie Mouse bow. Anyway, love it. Dove of Hope, the dies are discounted. Almost all the dies that are retiring are discounted. So it's going to be cheaper in most cases to purchase if you want the bundle. Don't use the bundle code. Use this code and this code separately so you can get the deeper discount. So Poinsettia Place, the designer papers are going away. This one is sold out. I have my list here, discontinued. Plush Poinsettia is sold out. You can't get that anymore. The pine wood dies are sold out. The Gather Together stamp set is sold out. And the adhesive back snowflakes are sold out. And the rectangle tins. So several things have sold out. But you can see here discounts on beaded pearls. There's a holiday carryover with that ribbon. Now, these are carrying over. So the bundle pricing is not. You can only get the discount until January 4th. But you can still purchase these items as soon as this catalog ends. Peaceful Nativity and the dies. Look at that deep discount from $28 to $14. This is what I'm using today. I love it. Besides the celebration labels, this is probably my favorite thing in this book. And it's retiring. Sad face, right? Dies are discounted to $22.40. So if you buy them separately, you'll save money. All retiring. We have a deep discount on the punches, half price, 2 for $17. The ornament, gleaming ornaments, and the designer paper is also half price. The fireside trimmings and the dies are discounted. Sweetest Time retiring, discounted dies. Tree Angle retiring. Don't Stop Believing, and Known for the Holidays. That has been a favorite of lots of people. I never got this stamp set because I'm not a big time colorer, but it's very popular and it's not coming back. This is what I used in my video last week, my Facebook Live, with the Coming Home bundle, which you can see the stamp set and dies here. It's all retiring. Sad. So the houses are not coming back, nor the house and the Volkswagen Beetle and all that stuff. So the designer paper is discounted, the embellishments and ribbon are discounted, and the dies are discounted. So you can, that's the good part, is you can get them on discount while supplies last. The Moose is finally retiring. What did I write carryover? Oh, this card display, which is more for demonstrators, but hey, you may want to display in your craft room. That card display rack is carrying over. The Punch is retiring, and the Moose stamp set is retiring. By Yuletide Pastures, the Jingle Bells are half price. This is another set I've used recently, which I love. Christmas Means More, because it has quotes from Christmas movies. Retiring. These are sold out, the adhesive back snowflakes. I haven't had time to update that because I just saw this list this morning. Sold out. The felt is $4.50. Half price, I believe. Wonder of the Season, basically, oh, I forgot to put an R there, but that is retiring. Basically, this whole page is retiring, and lots of it is discounted. Let's see if I have a red Sharpie over here. I don't think I do. So, check out all these discounts on the designer papers. Of course, these dies are going to be discounted on the next page, I'm sure. I'm using the Wonder of the Season ribbon today. It's half price. Memories and More cards and envelopes. Now, only thing not is the Wonderful Gems are carrying over to the next holiday catalog. Wishes and Wonder bundle retiring. There's a discounted there. This one is the one thing I saw this morning, that the Sounds of the Season dies are very low. According to the math they showed us this morning, there's about 400 left of these dies, and then they're gone. So get those while you can, and they're discounted to $16.80. And I love these dies. Even without the stamp set, they put embossing into the images so they can be used alone. Tall Tidings is discounted to $8.05. Joyful Holly. I'm having to read these upside down. For Unto Us now is retiring. I'm sorry, not retiring. Holiday carryover. That'll be in the next holiday catalog. And Evergreen Forest will be available continuously. Snowflake Splendor. The bundle is retiring, but not the stamps and dies individually, but everything else almost is. Designer paper discounted. The embossing folder is $3.75. The glimmer paper is half price. Now the blue adhesive back gems will carry over, which is awesome because they're beautiful. And then that Snowflake Splendor ribbon is half price, which by the way means in my sampler class you're going to get more for your money this time because I'm incorporating those sale prices. So these will carry over, but just not the bundle pricing. Snow Wonder bundle is a holiday carryover, but get the bundle pricing now. So that snowman and those, which I never got this one yet, but these dies look awesome. The current envelope dies are retiring. They're discounted. If you want to line your envelopes there, you can do that with these dies. And ornamental envelopes. Light Me Home stamp sets retiring. Warm and Toasty. Get your Feels Like Frost designer paper for half price. That's a 6x6, really pretty. In the Pines retiring. These are sold out. Pine wood dies are sold out. The trees are gone. You can still get the stamp set though. All of this is retiring except for our, which yay, brushed metallic is coming back in the holiday catalog. Everything else is retiring and some of it is discounted. So the Acorns ribbon punch pack. The punch pack is from $39 to $31.20 and it's 3 punches. Beautiful autumn, retiring. This is the stamp set that has sold out, Gather Together. Let me triple check on my list here. Yes, sold out. So you cannot get that stamp set anymore, but the dies do stand alone. These dies emboss when they cut and they're only $13. So that's a good investment. They're super pretty. I don't even think I'm halfway through yet. I'm going to go a little faster. Autumn Goodness, gone. Dies are discounted. These are carrying over, thank goodness. The Love of Leaves. Y'all know I loved these during the fall season. Autumn Greetings retiring. Life is Beautiful. Sad Face. That's a $1 million stamp set. This is a really good stamp set. It's retiring. The gold envelopes and cards. Halloween, I believe. Yes, all of this is retiring. So your spiderweb embossing folder, cobwebs is $6.30, except for Black Glimmer. Yes, holiday carryover. The iridescent pearls are discounted to $3.75. Oh, look, metallic mesh ribbon is a carryover, which I'm super happy about. The designer paper is only $6.90. This one, the stamp set is discounted as well as the dies, so it's only $18.90, and those are $21.70. So if you buy them individually, you're going to save a lot more than the bundle. This other Halloween set, the tins are sold out. The rectangle tins are gone. Here's my sad face. These Celebration label dies are retiring, and they're half price. This also, I love this embroidered ribbon. It's half price. The Plaid Tidings designer paper is retiring. So here's those dies for half price, $17.50. And then the stamp set's retiring. That's quite a fancy. Turnovers. These really cute mosaic gusseted bags are discounted to $5.60. They're going away. Everything Essential stamp set is retiring, but the can't clear my throat. The Essential punch is not retiring. It will still be available. Yay, because I don't even have that yet. Have a Hoot and the dies are retiring. Dies are discounted. Festive Post is retiring. The Red Velvet will be back in our mini catalog next year. That's awesome because y'all know I love that one. Snowflake Sequins, half price, $3. Lots to celebrate. Another $1 million design is retiring. My $1 million stamp set comes out in the next annual catalog, by the way, in June. Banner Year and the Banner Pick-a-Punch are carrying over. They'll be available continuously, but not the bundle. Well, actually, I put a question mark. They didn't list the bundle in the retiring, but I'm assuming it is. Festive Corners, we're carrying over a sequence for everything, so that'll still be available. Menagerie Mix-Up is retiring. Dies are discounted. press on, retiring. I love it. So cute. And the round tins are still available right now for $8.40 for 4, I believe. Pretty sure it's 4. Yes. This bundle, Freeze and Fun, is retiring. The dies are discounted now. And then Little Treats bundle. So you can get that cute treat box. I did show that a while back on a video for $26.60. And then, of course, the host stamp set will not be coming back. So if you spend $150 or more or do a party that's $150 or more, you can use your host dollars to get this for only $10 out of your host benefits. Of course, it's going away, so get it while you can. So if you place an online order of $150 or more, you can consider these host-only stamp sets as a part of your rewards. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't too boring for you, but I hadn't had a chance to do a video. I wanted to when the list first came out, but it literally just would not fit into my schedule. So I wasn't able to do it. So I'm going to bring out the supplies for the cards I'm making today, the projects. I need to use the correct word because 2 are gift card holders. There's my gift card. And 1 is a gift tag. If you took my online bingo, you will recognize these projects because that's what they're from. And I'm looking back here at the comments on my computer because I can't see them on my iPad. If y'all are coming on late, I can't see any comments. But yeah, and now I can only see 2. But I see Stella said she's late, no problem. Liz, you're welcome for your Happy Mail. She won a prize, I think from my team, because she's on my team. Anyway, so I can't see all the comments today. Okay, reminder, I'm using Peace and Joy bundle. Both retiring. The dies are for $22.40 while supplies last. It's 9 dies, and they say Peace, Joy, and Bright. 3 different versions, which you'll see all 3 of them today when I do the projects. And then there's the gorgeous stamp set. I love big words. Okay, so these pieces. The first is the base of this gift card holder is 1/4 of a sheet of 8.5 by 11. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's cherry cobbler. This piece is 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. And I'm going to score it. So let me grab my trimmer. It's my paper trimmer. Love it. In 2 places. 3 1/4. I'm basically putting it into thirds. And the light colored one is the scoring blade. And then 6 1/2. I do need to bring this arm out. I'm gonna have to turn that at an angle because there's something blocking it back here. 6 1/2. So that puts this into 3 even rectangles. So again, well, I'll just put my sticky note here. It was 4 1/4 by 9 3/4, and it's scored at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. And then this gets folded into an accordion. So like this, and really however you fold it, it'll end up the same. But this is going to end up attached to the card here so that it opens like this. Let me turn it your direction. So it's going to open like this, and there'll be a gift card holder right here. So those are the main 2 pieces you need, and then you decorate it however you want. So we are decorating it with the classic Christmas designer paper, 4 by 5 1/4. And this is the one that's while supplies last. It's $11.50. You get 3 colors and several designs in each color: Sahara Sand, Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce. And you can see basically the designs here. Same designs in each color. This is the one I have every single one. And it's $11.50 while supplies last. It's in the online store, but it's not in a catalog right now. Classic Christmas. So that's what that is. And I said the measurements. Then everything else I'm going to use to decorate this. So I have a piece of the Classic Christmas to go on the front here. And it is 3 by 4. As you see, it's going to give that perfect mat. And then this is going to make my gift card holder down here. And it is 2 inches, yes, by 4. 2 by 4. And it'll have that nice border at the bottom. So, these are, oh, this is a piece I'm going to stamp on here for the front. And this is a scrap of Whisper White. So this piece is specific. It is 2 inches by 3 3/4. Okay. So what I'm going to stamp on are these 3 pieces of white here. I have to actually look and remember, oh yeah, what my scraps are for. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to use the Bright stamp. So cute. That's the biggest one. And for all of the projects today total, I'm using Cherry Cobbler, Shaded Spruce, and Versamark ink. But on this one, I'm just using these 2, Cherry Cobbler and Shaded Spruce. So Bright is going to be stamped in Shaded Spruce. And if you don't have a very firm table underneath you, make sure that you use a Stampin' Pierce mat under when you stamp. It needs to be a firm surface, and this will provide that for you. This is in the online store. It's not in the catalog. It's really dense and firm, and you need that with photopolymer stamps. So if you have a plastic table, a card table, an uneven table like wood with divots in it and stuff, then put that under, because otherwise the ink will not transfer evenly from your photopolymer stamps. Another tip, when they're super solid like this, is usually the paper will stick to it and you can pick it up and press even more from the back. And if you look at the front, you can usually see it transfer. Okay, so there's that. And then on this piece, and of course you want to stamp before you attach anything, on the center panel, I'm going to use Shaded Spruce for my holly leaves. And by the way, y'all remember, do not press hard on Stampin' Up's ink pads. You stamp or you ink several times, but if you press too hard, you do not, if you press too hard, you get ink all over here and you actually do not get as good of an image on your project. And then the berries will be in Cherry Cobbler. This is one of my old pads because my new ones are packed up for Saturday, but it comes in the new style, of course. And that's the little berries. And then on this piece, I need the words Mary and the word and. So those are all single stamps, Mary and in this one. But I've mounted them on one clear block because I'm going to hand cut them out. So I just need a scrap of white to stamp those on to cut out. And then that's all the stuff I need to make this card. So let me snip these out real quick. Let's see if, yeah, grab my readers, because when I was preparing for this, I hand cut something out without my readers on, and it looked so terrible. And I laughed because I always say anyone can cut these out, these particularly, because it's a straight line, like you can't really mess it up. I messed it up so bad, it looked so terrible, and I thought, well, apparently you can mess this up. So there you go. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it was real imperfect. But then I actually found on what I did that day, it was gonna be attached to a piece of white, so it didn't really show. So it could be crooked actually, but it was incredibly crooked and like wavy lines going all around. Anyway, so just snip those out real quick, hopefully easily, and then we can put this together. So let me start with the base, basically. Where's my adhesive? Which side do I want showing? The stripes. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, which I find works best if I hold it really straight up and down, and then just quickly break it to the right a little bit. It's not an extreme breakage. And then just try to center that. And then the bottom part gets attached. So I'm going to put more adhesive than I normally do, because this will be opened and closed repeatedly, you know, like that. So I don't want it to come off. But Stampin' Seal is a very strong adhesive. Then you hold it all down as if it's one piece to center it. Right? And then I'll go ahead and place this on the front. And this is the part where I figure you can write a note, but you could stamp even more if you wanted to. And you can decorate these any way you want. Like, it could be totally full of stamping and embellishments and all that stuff. And then bright's gonna go there. Oh, let me show you how to do the gift card holder. I mean, it's not difficult at all, but it is a very tight fit. So you wanna be sure that you don't put your adhesive too far in anywhere and it blocks the gift card holder. So to help, you can have a gift card on hand. This is an expired gift card, and I'm using tear and tape because it's very strong, since this will have pressure put on it. Plus it's a little less wide than these, so you can control exactly where it's going. But I lost my train of thought. But you want to make sure you're as far to the edges as you can be. And oh, the card is going to be taken in and out probably, so this adhesive will provide that stronger hold. This is how I apply tear and tape 9 times out of 10. I don't pre-cut it, and it is called tear and tape for a reason, because you can just tear it off. Don't have to cut it. But I know you should know to go to the edges, but for me, having the gift card there helps me keep myself on track with not going too close to the gift card. Then my biggest tip on tear and tape is press down after you've placed it on your project, and everybody tries to peel it up from the ends. That's the worst place you can do it from. And of course it helps if you have really thin fingernails like I do. If not, you can probably use the paddle end of the take your pick tool. Let me see how that works. But yeah, you want to go right from the center. So I just use my thumbnail right from the center of that tear and tape, the protective coating, and it comes off so much faster and easier. I'll do another one with this so you can see. Then when you try to get it from the ends, that's where your problems come in. And if you didn't press, because that like sticks it down to the paper good and makes this easier to release. Hopefully that makes sense. Ah, that comes out. Okay, so then this is going to go down here with your nice little border, and then your gift card should fit in because we triple checked that when we made it. Super cute. This matches not on purpose, that's just coincidence, but nice. And by the way, gift cards, like if you're a crafter, keep an extra gift card on hand so that you can use it for measuring projects to make your own gift card holders. Okay, I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals because we discovered that you get 720 for $4. So it's like cutting your full ones in half, except when you cut your full ones in half, you only end up with 600 because you get 300 in that pack. But this is 720. Does that make sense? For the same price, and both of them give you the edges that you can reuse, but these edges are actually thicker, so it's almost like bonus even more. So there's still a use for our full-size dimensionals. However, I have been using the minis even more since my customer pointed out that little tip to me. But for these, I did use a half of a dimensional because they're so skinny, and I had pre-cut some in half. And this is just gonna go here. Merry and Bright. And then I'm going to add a couple things to embellish that. I did one like this in another class, and we actually tied a ribbon all the way around and tied it shut in the front. So that's an option too if it's like popping up like this. But you could also put it in an envelope, or, you know, there's different little tricks you can do. So what I'm going to use is the Retiring Wonder of the Season ribbon combo pack. So it's only $4.50 right now for both of these ribbons. And the holiday carryover Wonderful Gems, which means you can get them till January 4th, assuming they don't run out. And then they'll come back in next year's holiday catalog. So I'm going to, you can see this is a well-used multiple packs put together. I'm going to put one of the large red ones on the dot of that eye. And by the way, if you've just come on, I can't see comments at this time because they're not on my iPad or phone. They're not showing up. But you can still comment to be entered into the drawing, even if you're watching replay, by the way, as well. And if you ask a question, I'll probably have to answer it later because I'm not seeing anything right now. I can see them on my computer, but I didn't have anywhere to set my computer over here. Now with this gold cord that comes with it, I'm going to fold it in half and do a bow. So it's a double bow, but I only have to tie it once. And then I will trim. I'm trying to make my little tails even here. And then I'm going to pull it all down and trim the ends one time. There's my trash. And I have a little cute little double bow, because sometimes with cord it looks better when you do double because it's thin. And then I'll use a mini glue dot to put this on, and then we'll be done with this one. What do y'all think? I like it. I may have to hold it down. I need to get my bone folder and reinforce that, the score marks there. Here's my other one. And really any of the designs would work on the designer papers. You can see I did use different ones on the front here. And let's see on the inside, yes, different, but the same stripes. But those could be different as well on that part. So there it is, and then the recipient gets to do this and see a nice gift card there and a note from you right here. So super cute. I'm going to take that out though, so I don't forget it's there. Okay, and then, so there we go. That was the first project. The next one, lots of supplies here. These are my little guides for myself, but same size here. I have shaded spruce and shaded spruce. And then I'll give you all these measurements in a minute. Cherry cobbler and whisper white. That's a scrap of shaded spruce to stamp on. And these are specific sizes of the designer paper, and then one more scrap. And then I've pre-die cut the biggest joy from these dies here that are retiring. The largest one. There's actually two right there. Actually, I'm going to use the second one on this card. So that's the one. And you can layer all three of these, of course, on top of each other with just paper, no stamping. Okay, so measurements. This is the lid to this card. It's a gift card holder, and it's 5 1/4 by 3 inches. And then you score it in half at 1 1/2 inches. And then the bottom portion is 5 inches by 4 3/4. 4 3/4 this way, 5 inches this way. And then you score the 5-inch side in half at 2 1/2. And so it's gonna make a gift basically, and you're gonna pull the gift card out of there, okay? So those are my measurements for me. I keep that every time I make these. And then this piece is cut for the front. This one's cut for the top, which I'll give measurements for those in a minute. They're about the same width though. So that's that. And then this is what the gift card is going to stick to. So this one is 3 1/8 by 3 7/8. Guess that's upside down. It's an 1/8 inch less than the 4 inches, because this one is 3 1/4 by 4. Yes. So this piece is just an 1/8 inch smaller. Now, if that's too much trouble for you, just make it 1/4 of an inch smaller, and it'll just have a wider border. This is the insert that the gift card goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the Cherry Cobbler, Whisper White and Cherry Cobbler. And then, so it's a really skinny border, skinnier than our normal. And then this, well, actually, let me put the bottom part together. It's like a pocket. It's not as tight as that last one, so we don't have to stress and measure with a gift card holder. But I am going to use tear and tape again, and I'm going to place it just on 2 of the sides. And then close it up and make the pocket. Of course, I tell you how easy that is, and then it gives me a little bit of trouble. But it was more that the paper was ripping. So there's my pocket. And you can see a human did this, so it's a little tiny bit uneven. So I'll just make the taller side be my front. And then what you do is, and this is, to make this work with my measurements, you insert the insert all the way into the pocket, okay? All the way down, like that. Then you fold your lid over, or you're gonna end up closing the lid over this, but let's add adhesive first to both sides of the bottom part of the lid, because that's where it's going to stick to this at the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay. And then we're just going to close it around, but we need to make it poke out equally on the left and right. Does that make sense? So same space on the left as the right, which I can't tell if mine's exact right now, but we're going to go with it, and then close it onto the back. That's how you make the base of this thing. You decorate it however you want. So then this pulls out, and you just mini glue dot your gift card on there, and see how that's the perfect space for the gift card. Now, if you wanted to add a piece of a lighter color to the back, you could do that too, to put a note. But anyway, that's how you make that gift card holder. The rest is just how are we going to decorate it. So that's the easy part. This designer paper, to be the right width up here, it is 1 3/8. So that's a little less than 1 1/2, which is what this is. 1 3/8, and then 5 1/8. So again, that is 1/8 inch smaller than both of these sides. Then this one is the same width, but it's just 2 1/2, which is as tall as this piece, the front. And it looks like a gift, and it's super cute. So let me go ahead and attach those just to get that out of my way. I'm actually going to pull this out a little bit so I can see that I'm placing it properly. It's not green against green there. And then this piece, just try to center it on the front, left to right. I just eyeball it. You could measure if you want to. Something like that. There we go. Super cute. So for our stamping on this one, we need, do I need? Yes. It's going to say Joy to the World. So here's to the world, and that will be shaded spruce. I'm over here feeling like I'm super behind, and I'll look up to the clock and I'm not doing too bad. Anyway, and reminder, I can't see comments right now. if you are asking a question. I'll probably have to answer it later. So there's To the World. I'm going to hand cut that out like I did before. I've pre-die cut that white Joy, which is actually going to go here. This piece is going to get heat embossed with white embossing powder. So that comes in a little jar like that. The first thing I'm going to do is rub my dryer sheet. That's what I use to remove the static from my cardstock. So it's an unused, clean dryer sheet. Not clean, but I've used it before on this stuff. But it's unused. It helps take the static off your paper. Then I put my powder in some kind of container. We don't sell these anymore. But something that's pretty flat on the inside. And then you stamp in Versamark ink. It's a Versamark ink pad. It's super sticky, so it stays wet long enough for the powder to stick to it. I'm looking for my stamp now. Joy. Or as a side note, Versamark is also called a watermark. So you can see right here, you could just stamp that and let it dry, which takes like 2 seconds as far as stamping goes. And that could be done. But it stays wet long enough for the powder to stick to. So I scoop it under, tap off the excess, and then gently tap on the front. You shouldn't have as much where the powder sticks to it because of the dryer sheet. Hopefully that makes sense. And then we're going to heat this up and do magic. Uh-oh, I still got powder on here. And we're going to heat it up and do the magic where it'll get shiny and extra white in this case. So this is my heat tool. I'm going to put it on number 2, which is high. And just, it takes a minute to heat up, but once it's hot, it goes super fast. So that's not a problem. It's because it's been literally not used in days. So I'm just waiting for it to heat up here. And now there it goes. So hopefully you can see that changing on the camera. It's turning solid white and shiny. And then I'm just moving on to the next section, but it goes really quickly. Also, it gets hot enough to burn you. So you can use a clothespin to hold it instead. It was getting hot, getting close to my fingers there. It will burn you, and not a little burn, a serious burn. That's why it has this protection here. Our old ones didn't, and I put that on my arm one time. It was not good. Anyway, so it's very, very hot. But yeah, once it's heated up, it goes really quickly. So hopefully you can see how shiny that is, and it's raised up. And when you think you're finished, you always need to double check and see if you missed a spot. Not by touching it, because that'll make the powder go away, but by reflecting it in a light. Okay, now we're going to die cut this out. So of course there's a coordinating die, but I'm going to use my mini machine. So here's the new mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So adorable. I've had this for about a week now, and I have used the heck out of it because I discovered when I'm making projects for events here, I have to keep the die cut machine on another table because, as y'all know, when you're stamping, you give yourself approximately 6 inches to work because that's just how it is, no matter how big your room is or how many tables you have. So that's how I had it, and I realized if I bring this little guy over, it will fit in that space, and as I need something die cut that'll fit on here, I can do it that way. So you open up, this is $60, and no, you can't purchase it yet unless you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator. We can purchase it now in December, and it will be available to customers in January. It comes with all the pieces you need to use it. As you can see, I have, not lying, I've been using mine a lot. So you don't have to purchase anything extra to be able to use it. The, catch on it is you can only use dies that fit in it, or folders, and it's about 3.5 inches wide, and it's like 7 inches long. 3.5 by 7. So for die cutting, you just need the base, number 1, this piece here, and then, which is clear cutting pad number 2, and then your other clear cutting pad number 2. Now I haven't read the instructions yet, but I'm assuming one of these is for thick and one's for thin, 3 and 4. Just haven't read it yet because I haven't embossed on this machine yet. But I'm not concerned, like I know it'll be easy. So There will be a magnetic one for this one once Stampin' Up figures out what's wrong with our magnetic plates, because they don't work properly, as you guys know. So it was intended to have magnetic. And of course, without the magnet, you can just use a sticky note to hold your stuff in place if you're concerned about that. To be honest, like what I was using this for this week was to make my sneak peek projects, and I didn't use a sticky note one time, but you can if you're concerned about it. And then you just crank it through just like normal. It might take a couple extra revolutions, and it's lower to the ground so I don't have stuff under here. But that's it. It works like a regular die cut machine, but it's smaller. So I love having the two now. My reason is because of that small space working. So there we go. And doing it on the green paper with white gives you two colors now. So when we put it on here, it looks kind of like it's 3 pieces of paper. And of course, you want to make sure you clean that out before you use it again, actually before you put it away. And I like to use a toothpick so that I don't stab myself, which is what I do when I use these take your pick tool, for real. So, and then I have been storing this way because, again, on my work surface, it takes up so little space. And then I just stack these beside it like that when I'm not using it. So it's $60. Now, I told you guys about the starter kit earlier and how if you get it now, you can get those items early from our new catalog. Well, guess what? That includes the mini machine. Someone, Linda, I don't know if Linda's on here because I can't see anything, but Linda just got the starter kit yesterday. And of course, because she wanted the new mini machine, she's been waiting for it. So she put that in her starter kit purchase. And she got a couple of embossing folders that fit that machine and die cuts that fit that machine with her $125 in merchandise. So, and then now Linda can go on and purchase at a discount. As you see, I'm just putting dimensionals here. I'm using the mini, some are cut in half on Joy. She can use her discount to purchase more if she chooses. You're never forced to do that. No pressure. But she can purchase from the new mini catalog. She can get free gift with every 50 and 100 spent, and so on. So anybody can do that. If you're not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can get the starter kit for $99 plus tax only, free shipping. And of course, then you'll be on my team, which is the best team. We all say that. Every team leader says the team is the best, but my team is the best. Shout out to everybody who's watching this that's on my team. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to add to behind the J here. So let me put some adhesive behind the J. I'm going to add some of this cord. So I call this 2 fingers twice, 3 fingers 3 times. So I'm going to hold the cord in my left hand, and I'm going to wrap it around 2 fingers 2 times. And then I'm going to add a 3rd finger and go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to cut that off. Cut that there. And then I've got this little circle in my fingers. I already put adhesive on where I want it. So then I can slip the extra fingers out and just hold it between my thumb and 1st finger. And I have these cute little circles. And I smush that into the adhesive that I placed on there. And then that gives that little effect of adhesive there. But in this case, it's gold. I mean, adhesive ribbon. And in this case, it's gold. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals on top of that to extra secure it, and then balance it out with a couple more dimensionals. I'm using minis today. And then I'm going to put this on the front here of my gift card holder. Really wish I could see y'all's comments, if there are any. If there's not, please feel free to make a comment. So I don't feel silly later when I'm like, oh, I said that and nobody was commenting. But don't forget, by commenting, you can win the 3 projects I'm making today. 2 gift card holders and 1 gift tag. Which gift tags is my favorite Christmas craft because they're so easy. You can get out all your Christmas stuff, papers, stamps, ribbons, etc. Dies, and then you can just go to town and make stuff because they're so small. they can't really, I mean, they can, of course, but it's hard to make them ugly because it's just a little bit of space. I'm looking for another half. Hopefully that makes sense on the Christmas gift tags. And you can use dies for the shapes. You can just cut rectangles. You can do, like cut a rectangle and then hand cut the two tag shapes on the end. There's many different ways to make a tag. Any, you know, it's not one shape. Okay, last but not least, from that same Wonder of the Season ribbon, I'm going to make a bow. Hopefully I have enough of this. I am down to all my last scraps of this ribbon. So I'm going to make a bow. It's going to be a bunny ear bow. This is with the wide shaded spruce ribbon that comes with it, which I love. So, 2 bunny ears. All my fingers are facing me. Nothing's pointed away, which twists your ribbon. 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between. So you cross the right one over the left, and it makes like a support ribbon shape. And then, but you really shouldn't let it go. You cross it over, and then you immediately push that one you crossed over down into the rabbit hole. And that can make a really pretty bow, but that's how it looks when you first do it. It always looks ugly, and you have to shape it. Well, for me, it always looks ugly, I should say. Maybe yours does not. And then, you know, it can take this extra work for the shaping because you want the loops to be even and whatever. Whatever the reasons are. And then just trim it down. I don't know if that's the same way or not. I always mess that up. We're going to go with it this way, though, because I don't want to trim too much of the ribbon off. Y'all see what I did? I basically ruined that. So it needs to go from here down. Let me just try. We'll see what I can do here, but I can always fix a new bow later. So this needs to be trimmed to match it, but I'll do that later. I actually have ribbon scissors that are for ribbon, and we don't sell them anymore. So I'll snip it with those, and it'll work better. Okay, mini glue dot that on, and that's it. What do y'all think? I'm gonna turn around and look at the comments on my computer real quick. So that's that one, and let me do this, my first one, open for you so you can remember that's where your gift card goes. Let's see if anybody said anything. I have to refresh. Whew, I'm out of breath. How about y'all? One more to go, but it's pretty quick. I think it's all been pre-done for you. So I can just put it together. Click on my video. Excuse me. And try to see comments. Terry, Susan, thank you guys. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Bunny. Thanks for sharing. Awesome. Susan says, so glad you're doing Christmas. I'm not ready for the new spring yet. We still have time to do Christmas crafts. Susan is completely correct. And to be honest, I'm not ready for the new catalog either. I agree. I am excited to use the new stuff, but it is not that season yet. We're still in Christmas. We're still in the holiday season, if you celebrate these holidays. And we still have time. It's only December 10th. You can make all your packaging for your gifts, like gift cards and gift tags and all that. You still have plenty of time to get your cards in the mail and all that stuff. So I agree, but I like the sneak peeks also, don't get me wrong. And I will be sharing sneak peeks with you guys throughout. But I'm glad that she likes that. That's what we're doing today. Okay, so this last one is a Christmas gift tag, which, as I mentioned, you can make them with any products you have. But of course, I'm using my favorite retiring Celebration Labels dies. Get them now, $17.50. Don't pass that up. So I've die cut. This is the second size one. Yes, in Cherry Cobbler. And then the third one down is the designer paper Classic Christmas in this shaded spruce design. And then I pre-die cut that big piece, the largest one in white. the medium one in Cherry Cobbler, and the skinniest one in Whisper White. Now on that Whisper White one, the first thing I did was get out my white paper, and then I cut a piece of the adhesive sheets a little bit smaller than that white and stuck it down. Then the tricky part when you're doing white is you need to make sure you don't cut it on the adhesive side. You need to flip it over, because they're both white, to the cardstock side and die cut on that side. And then it'll become a sticker, and you'll peel off the backing from, I have to get where I can rest my hands, from the back, and it's like a sticker. Okay, so I pre-did that, and due to time right now, I'm not going to demonstrate it. So the only thing I need to do, grab a scrap of white. It's going to say Peace on Earth. And On Earth is in Cherry Cobbler. So right there. And then I'm going to put this together quickly, and we will be done. So attach those. By the way, this one went through on my mini cutter. This one is too big. The Cherry Cobbler was too big, so I had to go to my die cut machine for that. Piece, I'm going to peel this off. Y'all got to get these dies if you don't have them yet. Don't forget they're on clearance. Sometimes the sticker sheets come off in pieces like that because the protective coating is in several pieces on the sheet. That gives you like a place to start with when you're picking it up. You can see it better on colored paper though. And we'll do dimensionals. Let me cut a couple in half here. Mini dimensionals, but I'm going to use some halves because there are skinny parts of this. In case you joined late, I'm unable to see comments unless I look at my computer today. Some kind of Facebook glitch. Other people told me they can't see other people's comments as well. And so that's why I'm not, or haven't interacted as much as normal. So it might be when I'm in bed at night, but I'll try to go back and I'll definitely go back and read your comments, and when I have time, I'll comment back, and especially if it's a question that needs answering. But know that I'm happy you're here, and I'm saying hi in real life or not, one way or the other. Okay, so I'm going to do my twine trick again, if I can find my twine. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Showed this on the last one. And then dimensionals. Oh my goodness. Y'all see what I did? That adhesive really is sticky. I need to calm down. Okay. Then we'll secure that. You always want to secure it, even if it's not thick like this one, with more dimensionals on top of it, because it's not the most secure situation, let's just say. So there's Peace. We're skipping through the things that I've demonstrated multiple times, some of them today, or at least once. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to bring out this bonus tag to show you that I'm not showing today, but we made all 4 of these at my last bingo. So you can kind of see an idea of some of the bingo projects you might do in the future. Although usually we make cards, but you know, it was a holiday gift giving kind of bingo. Oh my goodness. Okay. Peace on Earth. Y'all, dimensionals are not my friend at this exact moment. They would rather stick to me than the paper. So there's that. And then for the ribbon portion, I'm going to do it just like this. So this is not a Stampin' Up product. This is like the Walmart 1/8 inch cheapo hole punch. because I believe we don't sell those anymore. We've sold them off and on throughout the years. And then I'll just feed some of the thick shaded spruce that's half price right now through there. And then make the edges look cuter by cutting them at an angle. And then I'm going to use my tweezers, which another non-Stampin' Up product, just because we don't sell them, to pinch, and then I can tie that twine around either in a knot or a bow, whatever you choose. But I'll do a bow, just a regular bow. But the tweezers just help hold that ribbon down for me so I can not have to struggle with it, basically. And there you go. Last project. What do y'all think? And there's that bonus tag there. Woo! We did it. Okay, so hopefully, I hope you guys like the projects from today. 2 gift card holders and a Christmas gift tag. Like Susan said, yay, we're still on holiday projects and holiday product. And don't forget about the big sale we're having, where lots of stuff is on clearance. I can't see your comments, but I hope everybody has a great day. Even if you're watching replay, come back and comment, say hi, and all that stuff. Have a great week, and I will see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.